I've only seen chamoy pickles on TikTok Shop. Yeah, Pidgey. It's a quite common like drop shipped hat. I have yet to find one from different sellers that's made bad. But they are really cute. I really love them. They're good for bad hair days too. I don't... One of my regular viewers was very nice when they said, just as a Venti man, I want to let you know, don't hold down the E because there's a quicker cooldown. And I don't know if you're watching right now, but I am aware of that. I like doing that because of this. I like doing that because I can do... Give me 1 second. Did all of the stuff drop? I like doing it because of this. So, right? That generates some stuff, but then I can also do this with Noelle. And I also discovered that you can cancel her animations with a jump. So you can like sit here and like cancel animations with a jump. You know, min-maxing, babe. I'm so sad I wasn't in Battle Day vids, so I will make the best team for next Battle Day. I still have footage. I don't really pick or choose people based off of like how impressed I am. I just go through the footage. It's like 2 hours of footage, so it's kind of hard to like find everything. I just pick stuff and make a storyline out of it. There's no favoritism or like judgment happening. I just pick whatever. Most of Battle Day is quite exciting. Okay. So, I see I already forgot what I was doing. We are going to Liyue. We are finally going to Liyue. Oh, okay, Fig. Next Battle Day is Luxury, so that's going to be an interesting one. Y'all know that I am not accepting requests right now. I appreciate you wanting to hang out, but we got story to do today. Did you miss anything? Sync? Actually, no. Hi, Sync. We have just started doing story. Oh, thank you so much. You see, Steph? Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Y'all are sounding like the Pokemon viewers who keep telling me to like, or like the Ori people, save, or Five Nights at Freddy's, save. You guys have to help me or else I'll forget. I have streamer brain right now. I did make it far into the abyss. I was rewatching our battle and I didn't realize like how close it was. It was close, yeah. It was very close. How's my day? It's good. How was the ball? Thank you, Steph. Now, would you consider adding Lilligant to the luxury list? No pressure. Probably not, just because she's not very, I mean, she could be Lux, but like I'm going for like colors and stuff.
Hey there! A guy called Mung Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box from your store.
Uncle Mung already told me about it. Thank you. Many of the best goods in our store.
Oh, that's actually really pretty.
If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing business. Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history.
And you're gonna give it to Paimon?
Being cleaned.
Will
it do?
Paimon, don't touch it. No, don't touch it, girl.
Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's
Elephant, thank you for reminding me. I just did my check-in.
This clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, we should be able to make a great It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Careful.
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers as decorations, too.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put...
Have you seen the camera event thing ends in 4 days? I'll do it, don't worry. There's a hidden secret where if you go to the Jade Chamber, Fiorina will be there instead of Ningguang and join you forever. Not the Club Penguin lies. Not the Club Penguin lies. Imagine how much sooner you'd visit Ningguang if Paimon could take her mind off of food for at least a minute. Yeah, I mean, at this point, Liyue has just been an entire arc of me doing things for other people. Like, Paimon doesn't think about me. Zhongli hasn't thought about me. All they've thought about is food and money. That they don't have, mind you. They're both broke. They're both, broke. I'm broke, too. Look at how much more I got. Look at how much more I have. 31,000. What's this?
According to Kuching, this is what we should say. Excuse me, do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many would you like?
It's not convenient to speak of
Ah, well said. Please use this to ascend to the chamber.
I didn't even know that this was part of the story. I thought it was like a side thing.
And yet the code they used was not the one for guess, but for...
Yeah, and Yinger was just a menace.
I've been waiting for you, returnee from Joyun Karst.
Oh my god, is that Ningguang?
Since this is our first meeting, we've prepared a gift. I hope you like it.
Oh, for me. You have my thanks. It seems that I have made things difficult for you, considering that you were supposed to be my guests.
Oh no, it's nothing.
This is nice.
I'm glad you like it too. This palace floats in the skies, higher than the peak of any mountain. From this vantage point, one may survey all of Liyue. I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it from the time I began learning the merchants.
Could you imagine if you had a place like
And
this?
since becoming the Tianquan, I have spared no effort in hiring the best craftsmen to constantly extend it. At first, it was but the size of one room. Now, it is large enough to blot out the moon in the skies above Liyue. One day, I believe it will overshadow all 7 nations.
Is this like imagery? Like, is this like sort of like a metaphor for how the dragon, the old Archon, used to fly above the skies of Liyue, and now Ningguang is? Are they maybe doing that? Is that maybe what they're trying to go for?
Not many from outside Liyue earn the right to ascend to the Jade Chamber. But I have been in correspondence with the acting Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, who spoke highly of you. As such, I have been putting eyes and ears out ever since you reached Liyue.
What?
And I finally got wind of your movements when you were on the way to Wangshu Inn.
I mean, according... No.
Is Virgo dead one of your people?
Paimon, this woman's literally living in the sky above one of the richest nations in this continent. Are you surprised that she has intelligence?
Just Virgildet? No. Everyone at Wangshu Inn is one of ours. At the Guizhang Ballista, yes?
You weren't peeking on us from the skies the whole time, were you?
I think she was.
I fear that peeking would have been a little difficult from this altitude. Our eyes and ears are more than sufficient. You two are very interesting people, after all. It would be natural to take an interest.
Kaching said that the Qixing would not wish ill on Rex Lapis.
Well, I wouldn't expect you to trust us, considering that you have had far more interactions with the Adepti. The reason I invited you here was to clear up some misunderstandings.
Did pretty boy, I just realized that I asked you a question, I didn't respond. Sorry. You know my streamer brain. I'm glad to know that it was fun-ish. It was loud club music and drunk people. I thought Well, I guess it is a marine ball. There's a bunch of loud men. Where are we going? Ningguang, you have such a nice place. This is really lovely. I do have this suspicion, and I hope you don't mind me saying this, but this all feels really cosmic. You being above, everyone below, looking at everything, and surveilling really, really intensely. Considering the fact that I know that you've already cut taxes, and I'm sure you've made a lot of other inside trading deals. I'm just making assumptions, correct me if I'm wrong. There seems to be a separation within this city, a separation spiritually, a separation physically, and a separation monetarily. But I also wonder, does this domain, protected and managed by all these people, constantly expanding above everything else, possibly represent your own loneliness, your own
Leave it to me. All of it.
your own isolation?
I believe that you've heard of the Archon War.
Only in the broadest of strokes.
Many gods used to walk this earth, and many long wars were fought between them that did not abate until 2,000 years ago. Much blood was shed, and many lives were lost. In the end, only 7 victors remained standing in Teyvat. They built cities and nations on the corpses of the vanquished, and thus began the era of the 7. You can see Goyun Stone Forest from here, I trust. It is no natural rock formation. Those are giant spears of rock hurled by Rex Lapis during the war. Beneath the spears lie those cast down by Rex Lapis in those days, gods that failed to seize the title of Archon. Not only is it true that gods may die, but so too has the membership of the 7 changed over the last 2 millennia. Rex Lapis's passing is an unimaginable disaster for Liyue, but the Order of the 7 will not collapse simply because of that.
Do you think, well, I mean, the Qixing is like trying to take control of like of Liyue, and if Ningguang is aware of the fact that gods can die and be replaced, is Ningguang trying to ascend to archonship? Is she trying to ascend to godliness? Because like that's kind of like a recurring theme in this game. I guess it's based off of a lot of like Eastern spirituality, whereas like normal people do have the capacity in Eastern spirituality to ascend to godliness. And there's sort of like vague mentions of like beast people, and also like a lot of people have like powers, but they're not like gods, you know? Somebody asked me if I played her yet. I have not played her, no.
Another Lord of Geo will arise sooner or later. Yet, how are we to forget Rex Lapis? When that time comes, the relationship between the people of Liyue and the gods and Adepti will surely be different from before. Even in a new era, the Liyue Qixing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects. Do you really think us capable of having played a part in his demise? Of lacking the foresight to see the certain repercussions?
Well, Ningguang, why would you hide the exuvia then? If we're here and we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it.
That day at Yujing Terrace, it was also very sudden. Even I was caught completely off guard. You were there, you no doubt saw. But our enemy has long lain hidden within the harbor. If we do not act against them now, they will surely gain the upper hand. Hiding the exuvia was a necessary maneuver to take the initiative back, to play the spider while our foes scurry about.
Who's this enemy you're talking about?
The Fatui.
What do you think, traveler?
It's him, isn't it?
Huh? What are you two talking
Paimon.
about?
Paimon, I wouldn't expect you to be caught up like me and Ningguang.
Well answered.
Paimon, please be quiet.
The scenery out here is fine indeed, but the wind is a little strong. Our preparations to receive guests within are complete. So please, this way.
I will say, I've had this discussion many times with many people. As lovely and grand as this is, and like architecture that is really big, and like obviously it's a fantasy-based architecture, but still is based in some reality. I'm not the type of person that could live in like a giant mansion or an estate. I couldn't, because you need other people to manage it. You can't do it alone. And I appreciate my alone time so much. I could not exist around essentially my employees 24/7. I couldn't do it. I want a cottage.
What a huge hall! Paimon's never seen such a fancy place before.
Right, like I'm sure she has lots of staff, but like does she ever have private time? Does she ever have alone time? I bet people are knocking on her door all the time. This is beautiful. What a cool game. Is there any other places I can go in here? This is really pretty. Ningguang, what a lovely place. But girl, do you ever get alone time? There's people sweeping everywhere. I guess a girl like you doesn't really care about alone time as long as there's money to make, huh? Taxes to evade.
Be at ease, you two. Make yourselves at home if you wish.
Can we really?
I have invited you two here as friends. And when friends come over to play, our enjoyment comes first. Naturally.
Isn't this that legendary wall?
Why, you've kept your ear to the ground, I see.
That's because even the storytellers are talking about it. Everyone's after a piece of paper from that wall. It's super famous.
So Ningguang, when Paimon says that she's interested in something, please know that she's a rat. She will try to take it. So I would advise you putting a security guard right over there.
That's because that wall records Liyue's secrets. Merchants have always been attracted to secrets.
Yeah, and those secrets she's really interested in selling for some nasty slime pie or whatever she likes.
But the secrets of the mercantile world are of no interest to you, are they, traveler? You're rather special, really, and I think you're quite aware of that.
Yeah, I woke up on a beach and this flying baby's been following me around ever since.
If possible, I'd like to have your trust.
I mean, I have no reason to betray you, Ningguang. You're really pretty. You're really, obviously, much more powerful than I am. But you're also really rich. What's up?
But if you were to choose the more trustworthy person between myself and Kuching...
If you were to choose the more trustworthy... Well, between your orthodoxy and her heterodox... Okay, everybody. The Liyue arc. Heterodoxy definition. Deviation from accepted or orthodox standards or beliefs. Orthodox meaning of a person or their views, especially religious or political ones, confirming what is generally or traditionally accepted as right and true. Orthodoxy or heterodoxy? So Kaching is a atheist. She's leftist. I mean, honestly, Ningguang, I don't think that you have any like toxic beliefs. But based off of the things that I've seen, the things that I've learned, the people that I've met in this town, there's a lot of misguided spirituality. And I do think that that's based off of a concerted effort in confusion as a control mechanism. Everyone doesn't know what to worship. And in that absence You've profited. I think I go with Kaching. She's a little bit skeptic of the things around her.
You'd pick Kuching? Nah, I had a feeling. I originally thought her a bit too hard-headed. With someone of her character on the Qixing, I've had some extra messes to clean up behind the scenes. But after she said those words, the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue? Well, I must say that quite a few of my doubts have been dispelled. I won't deny that Rex Lapis's passing seems advantageous to us.
Seems.
But for Liyue's sake, we cannot allow ourselves to be shackled by rumors of our usurpation of power. Indeed. It seems that you understood what I meant to say from the very beginning. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation, and also to prevent something similar to the incident in Mondstadt.
Wait, that was such a satisfying statement. I called for the gag order and for the... I have to say it correctly. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. Ooh, that rolls off the tongue. I called for the gag order and for the exuvia to be hidden to temporarily stabilize the situation. Hi, Jarek.
With Lapis's death, the Fatui have busied themselves with many clandestine actions beyond their diplomatic remit. As the Tianquan, one responsible for Liyue, I cannot be too concerned with appearances when opposing them. Allowing the Rite of Parting to take place was also meant to buy some time for us to take control of Liyue's administration.
It's exactly as Zhongli said. The Qixing only provided the venue for their rite so they could use us for their own ends. Wait, that's right. Speaking of ends, could I say one other thing?
Oh, God. Okay, Ningguang, get ready, girl. Thank you, Jarek.
Of course.
Paimon's heard that anyone who sends a greeting gift gets a little something in return. So, does that include us?
Really, Paimon? You tricked me into making a gift because you... Now watch, Ningguang. She's going to ask for food. She's going to give you food and ask for food.
It's all right. I like direct people. Well, we have made quite a bit of trouble for you recently. How about this? You can pick any one object here as you please, and you may take it with you.
Yay! Paimon was just waiting for you to say that. Let's see, what should we get? One of the sheets on that wall.
Paimon. Ooh. Paimon, why would you... Oh my gosh, Paimon, why would you ask that?
Look at Paimon like that. One of these sheets of paper will sell for crazy prices, even if it's only as large as Paimon's fingernail. Just imagine how much more a whole untorn sheet would sell for.
After all those talents and all that weapon enhancing, Paimon, you might be onto something, girl. I'm gonna trust your business era because I need Mora. I need to cut because I did help you.
Let's grab one, the biggest one.
Okay, go.
Huh? Well, that was an easy search. The biggest sheet is right up
Bye,
there
pretty
in the most
boy.
obvious spot.
Enjoy your
Let's
food.
go with that one. La 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 la. Let's see what's written on it. Huh? There's a place marked with the circle on here. Ooh, could it be treasure? Whatever it is, it better make us filthy rich. Let's see what's written over here. Sigil of permission, something, something, Fatui, research, copy.
Thank you for following me.
Huh? Aw, that doesn't sound like treasure at all. This piece of paper shows that a Qixing spy discovered traces of classified Fatui research on the Sigil of Permission.
Hi, Midnight. Thank you for following me.
Oh, Ningguang did say that the Fatui have been up to all kinds of mischief in the shadows of Liyue. Spreading rumors, wanting to get their hands on the Archon's body and whatnot. But research on the Sigil of Permission...
The way Paimon is
Paimon
out
wonders
loud
what they're up
discussing
to.
this in front of Ningguang.
Speaking of which, there's also some connection between you and the Sigil of Permission. Seems there's still more for us to find out.
I think Ningguang is a very calculated person. I think she's led us this way, knowing that you're a greedy little rat.
Oh, you really think so?
Yeah.
Well, should we not go then?
I think we should. I mean, at this point, we've been harassed, we've been used. All my money's been taken from me. I'm up in the sky with some crazy mystical metaphor about greed and wealth and the enigma that is money. I'm in some ancient palace of trade and commerce, and I've just discovered a sheet that leads me to a place that my name is written on. So.
Oh, so you're saying that it's precisely because we can't completely trust Ningguang that we should confirm the truth of what she says for ourselves.
Sure, Paimon, that's exactly what I said.
That's way out of Paimon's league. Paimon thinks she's been nothing but good to us.
Paimon is so simple until she starts sharing political and economic facts about the nations and reading into the leaders of that nation. You know? She's like, chicken wing and rocks. And then, do you think that like
Anyway, we'll see if you're onto something.
I think you're onto something, Paimon, because I'm lost.
Before we look for Zhongli at Dihua Marsh, let's go to the place marked out on these papers and see if the Fatui really are up to no good.
Midnight, I really am enjoying, well, yeah. I'm enjoying the Liyue quest so far. It's a lot of like, it reminds me a lot of like Stormblood in Final Fantasy XIV. There's a lot of like politics and like exposition, contextualization, but I think they're pretty ham-fisted with a lot of the imagery in this, and like I'm no expert on, I assume this is based on China. I'm no expert on Chinese mythology or Chinese mythos. But like I'm literally up in this castle that's built by Ningguang. Everyone in the chat's telling me that Ningguang's lore is about her like starting from nothing and becoming something in this palace that is built off of wealth in this nation of wealth, of worshiping money. And she looks above everyone and she's isolated from everyone, but she's realized her goals, and it's like I don't know, there's just like a lot of like really understandable imagery, and it makes the world feel very dense and pretty. Like also the visuals are really pretty. It's very fun. Like it's just so fun learning about this world. I never expected Genshin Impact, this free to play game, to have like writing, man, you know? And I'm the type of person, like, y'all see me get into Five Nights at Freddy's. As long as a game allows me to suspend my disbelief, allows me to fully suspend my disbelief, and as I'm suspended in the air of disbelief, they sweep me up into their arms and just take me on a ride, I love it. Beto and Ningguang? I heard that they had like a thing. Oh. Call me Ningguang. I'm finding stuff everywhere I go.
Best give it a spring cleaning.
Fawn Girl, this is just the surface of this game's lore. It's deepity, deep. You're gonna love it. Yeah, I love it. I love this kind of stuff. I wish I had the words to describe like going up into that palace, her mansion, just like this sort of. I can sense there's like this intuitive feeling of like it's like it represents something, you know.
Someone needs to.
Send this quickly.
By royal Don't be scared. Brace yourself.
Right there.
Time for takeoff. Yahoo! I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should. Wings of darkness! Childe! Think you can get away?
No rest for the wicked.
Hey, go away! Don't be scared!
know I could break his shield, but I won't.
Leave it all to me.
Let's end this quickly. This isn't good.
Oz, reveal. You Glade. Brace yourselves.
Counterattack.
I must leave no stone unturned. Time to clean up. Don't be scared. Let's play.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
I've heard about Elethant, Steph, everyone else talking about Beto and Ningguang. I watched that documentary or that video essay that someone made about all of the queer coding in Genshin Impact, so I was aware of all that stuff going in. But I think I'll start like catching on to it more once I get to know all the characters. So far, I literally like only know Venti.
Here we go.
I met Fischl in the card place.
Time for takeoff.
Well done. You need to hurry up.
Okay, what? Defeat? No, we're not defeating slimes. Investigate the Fatui's research.
Someone needs assistance.
I gotta get out of combat.
Steady as stone.
This was well done.
Brace yourselves.
You need to hurry up.
I like the TCG. Dude. Okay, we gotta figure something out here. We have got to figure something out here. We got ice and fire to deal with. Ice. Wait. Ice and fire. Okay, so maybe I can do... This is what I'll do.
We can do this.
I have so many characters. It's because people keep wailing on my account. That's part of the Fawn Iceberg now. A secondary wailing. Alright, we can go in from here. Oh, somebody told me I have to stop switching off of her so fast.
No excuse for slacking. Time to put my duty at an end.
Leave it all to me, as a good knight should.
Bye, Fig. Good night, Ireland. Alright, back to story.
There are so many talismans here. And some stacks of blank paper, too.
Oh, maybe they're trying to reproduce them.
I haven't seen this pattern before. Oh, Paimon knows. It looks just like the sigil of permission the child gave you. But how did a relic of the Adepti end up in the hands of someone like Childe? Suspicious. Oh, that's right. Cloud Retainer said that when the Lord of Geo created the Sigil of Permission, it wasn't to be used as some old relic. Talismans like that were once used in the Archon War to channel divine powers. Maybe the Fatui are copying the Sigil of Permission in hopes of achieving a similar effect.
The way Paimon is able to pick up on all this stuff that's happening, I love that they use Paimon as a narrative device to move the plot forward and reveal secrets of other characters.
Being able to channel divine power in battle? Whew, that sounds pretty dangerous.
It seems like the Fatui are up to something that they seem to have been up to since we met them in Mondstadt, which is harnessing power to destroy things. For what reason, we don't know.
And the plot thickens. We'll need to keep an eye on Childe, that's for sure. Alright, that's enough sticking around here. We gotta go meet up with Zhongli soon. The last stop on our Rite of Parting preparations tour is Dihua Marsh.
A swamp. A swamp. Home sweet home, baby. I'm from Georgia, so I know about swamps. You ain't even gotta open up the map for me, girl. I can find my way to a swamp quickly. Thank you, Harley, for subscribing. So glad you guys are enjoying watching me play 3-year-old Genshin Impact content. What does that say about us? What does that say about us?
I'll lead the way.
What does that say about us? Actually, I don't know where to go. She got benched already. Yeah, she did. You know why? Because she was trying to take Noelle's spot by being main DPS. Keqing is such a good character that you can only play her as main DPS. Wait, what's this? What's this? It says we have good taste. There's something written on this plate, but it's barely readable. Paimon feels like it might be Sunny Daniel meaning. Puzzle. Okay, I'll deal with that next week. Okay, right. I just like fighting the ruin guards, but I'm not doing a puzzle for them. There's other more accessible ruin guards for me. Ooh, what's up here?
Yahoo!
Thank you for following me. Why are you Sue? Thank you for following me. Hi, welcome to chat. Oh, that's just his weapon. Okay. Aren't those red marks triggering you? I'm not scared of them. Did y'all see me fighting the abyss? Baby, I got a level 60 and a level 60. We're good to go. I got the tutorial overpowered self-healing character and the wind 5-star Archon. They don't want none of this. I handle big business. Hi, Zhongli.
Right on time. I myself only arrived moments ago.
There are people who cover the character icon in the corner with a post-it to hide. We got to start building Layla. Well, I got to get through the story to start building Layla, girl. That's why today is all about story. I did, Zhongli. The Jade Chamber felt really like cultural and significant, unlike every conversation and experience I've had with you.
It was so big and pretty and expensive. Paimon's never seen such a fancy schmancy place before.
Indeed. It's second to none in all of Liyue. Then you met with Ningguang, I trust? What did you talk about with her?
She's super rich and so generous. Paimon thinks she's very friendly.
Paimon just likes anybody that's rich.
Yeah, her take on Ningguang is quite different from Paimon's. She thinks that even the tactless Yuheng is more trustworthy than her.
Oh. So you also met with Keqing then?
She said the time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Qixing
Not the
don't
money rat in the
recognize truth,
background.
then what future is there for Liyue?
No respect for the divine. Indeed, contrary to the ever-bold Keqing, Ningguang is more of a businesswoman at heart. Though they are both members of the Qixing, although she's friendly, there's no way of clearly discerning her true intentions.
She's really ambitious. So ambitious that she's just like Jeff Bezos and that other guy who made Facebook. She doesn't even live around people anymore. If there's one thing I know about billionaire Zhongli, they're not very ethically correct.
Yes, she has only relied on herself to rise to her current position. No ordinary person could ever achieve that. It's said that she's the one behind the constant expansion of the Jade Chamber. It's the second most important thing to her.
Is that rat screaming?
Even if she ever gave up the position of Tianquan, she would never give up the Jade Chamber.
The Jade Chamber is only second. What's the most important thing to her then?
Money.
Why, Mora, of course.
I could have told you that, Paimon. No surprises there.
All Ningguang talked about was the Fatui this and the Fatui that. She said that after Rex Lapis was murdered, the Fatui have constantly been trying to sink their fingers into Liyue, and that they aren't to be trusted.
That is how the Fatui have always been. It doesn't surprise me in the least.
And now they're trying to reproduce the sigil of permission. I just saw it over there, dude.
No matter what they may be planning, you must be careful when dealing with the Fatui. Always be on your guard.
No, I know that because one girl showed up in Mondstadt. I know you don't like to talk about Mondstadt, but I gotta tell you, story time. One guy showed up. She showed up in Mondstadt, and I was like hanging out with Venti. I don't know if you know about Venti. He's the Archon of Mondstadt, but you always rag on him. Venti was like chilling out outside of the church, and she showed up and punched him in the gut, dude. That was crazy.
So, is there anything we need to get for the Rite of Parting in Diwa Marsh?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. Today, we'll be gathering wild glaze lilies.
Glaze lilies? Well, why did we come all the way out here? Doesn't the garden in Yujing Terrace have some? Even Qingsa Village has glaze lilies.
So Paimon is a socio-political expert. She's also an expert in geology of the geography of the land. She knows where things are. She knows where to find things. She's also an alchemist because she also knows about harvestable flora in a foreign land. Paimon is just so intelligent.
Oh, right! Paimon remembers that Madame Ping is always tending to flowers. Maybe we could ask her.
No. Those lilies have all been gardened by people. They won't do it all. Dihua Marsh used to be full of glaze lilies. It is a sort of joyful flower that listens to human song. Before the Archon War, Dihua Marsh was all dry land and fertile soil. But the war caused landslides, and the land was flooded, turning it into the marsh you see now. Nearly all the glaze lilies were wiped out. Of course, there are some kinds of flowers that have been preserved and gardened by people in the city. But very few people know that glaze lilies may still be found in the wild. Wild glaze lilies have the strongest fragrance. If we want to follow the true tradition of the
This money rat.
we must grind up the wild lilies and place the powder in a censer of everlasting incense. But I'll need your assistance in gathering these flowers.
Do you need me to sing?
That's correct. Your singing will surely bring out the strongest fragrance from the flowers.
So how good is your singing?
Oh, I can sing, girl.
Really? Why doesn't Paimon believe you?
Why don't I believe that you know how to read a book?
We'll only know once she starts singing.
Anyway, Paimon. I need this Mora. I need this more today. I only get one? That is such a waste of time. Why do they even have that in the game? Oh no, I wasn't calling Zhongli the money rat. Yeah, Zhongli said, let's get this done with because I see that money rat in the background.
It's time to sing whenever you're ready. Da 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 da. What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really angry. Is it because you sang a song from Mondstadt that they don't understand here in Liyue?
Hi, Pickled.
Glaze lilies. Glaze lilies wouldn't hit people.
This little monster is known as a whopper flower.
Whoa, whoa.
Strange. These petals look interesting. The glaze lilies used as a disguise were buried with the whopper flower for too long. The result seems to have surprisingly potent medicinal value. Let's collect what we can of these petals.
Well, that's nice and all, but will those...
Unfortunately, no.
That's so lame.
I know, Paimon. I've been working on this rite of passage for like 3 weeks, girl.
Excuse me.
Hi, Ganyu.
Are you searching for glaze lilies?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, it's...
Hi, Ganyu.
Traveler?
Hi, Ganyu. Yeah.
I'm surprised you still remember my name. Ah, that reminds me. How was your visit to the Jade Chamber?
Well, it sure would have been better if you told us how to get up there.
Paimon will always call someone out. We did have to go a little bit around the bout.
Didn't I tell you the way? Surely I did.
Nope, we found the way on our own.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. I guess I really did forget to tell them.
Huh. Something seems a little off about Ganyu.
Dude, Paimon said, thanks for telling us not how to get there. You never told us anything, and you seemed really weird within like the first 10 seconds of saying hi. She didn't even know her name.
She's acting different from the first time we met. Where's her serious attitude now?
Ah, well, I met you at that time as an emissary of the Tianquan. But now, I am simply out on a stroll to see the flowers.
Oh, compartmentalization. A corporate girly.
You came all the way out here to see the flowers? Why not just enjoy the gardens of the city?
Yujing Terrace is where Rex Lapis parted from this world. If I strolled through those lonely gardens now, I wouldn't be able to bear it. Whenever my duties take me near Yujing Terrace these days, I draw the windows to block my view of the gardens.
Oh, sorry. We shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's quite all right. I just haven't processed my emotions yet. When the Archon War came to its end 2,000 years ago, the first iteration of the Seven would gather in Liyue and drink with Rex Lapis. But 5 of those original 7 had already passed before Rex Lapis. It's truly a changing of the guard.
It's like Liyue has really good like there's a lot of lore building here. Like the gods aren't eternal. They're actually like everyone has the capacity to rise to godhood. And I just think that's such a cool thing to have in the universe right now. Like as a new player, that's exciting for me.
Now that the spirit of Rex Lapis has returned to the heavens, only Barbados of Mondstadt remains of the first 7.
Oh, wow. Venti must be really using retinol, huh? You can't even tell.
The other 5, including Inazuma's Raiden Shogun, are no longer the same friends from 2,000 years ago.
Thank you for following me, Oro.
Of the current 7 Archons, the youngest is Sumeru's god of Dendro. She is merely 500 years old. whereas Rex Lapis was more than 6,000 years old at the time of his passing. This means that Liyue had been under Rex Lapis's
Hi,
rule
Matt.
from the moment it was first founded 3,700 years ago. The city has never had to bid farewell to its deity.
I mean, I think that makes sense though, with like Liyue being the Geo place, like it's slow moving, you know?
So what do you think of this farewell?
Huh? This is a little sudden.
Venti's on Ozempic.
As a mortal, I've never dared to imagine a Liyue without Rex Lapis. But as an Adeptus, I think I will eventually come to grips with reality. Since Rex Lapis has passed, the time of Liyue's contract with the gods and Adepti has now reached its end.
Huh? Did you just say as an Adeptus?
Yes, I am a mix of human and Chilean. Adeptus blood flows through my veins. I fought for Rex Lapis and the city of Liyue during the Archon War.
I didn't know that she was that old. I did know that she was half Chilean because I thought that her character design was really pretty, and I looked up on the wiki her design tropes. So I already knew that she was an Adeptus, but I didn't know that it was like that.
After the war ended, I signed a contract with Rex Lapis and took the position as secretary for the Qixing. I've continued those duties to this very day.
So you're half Chilean. That explains those really cool horns. I thought that they were just like a sort of headpiece you got, but like, love that, girl.
Well, let's save that conversation for another day. You say that you are here looking for glaze lilies?
She's half flop Tropican.
I also know where wild glaze lilies can be found. See, I've just picked one myself. Here, you may have it if you wish.
We dare not refuse.
Yeah, Zhongli's really broke. Don't even ask him to buy it.
Oh, so did you sing a song before you picked the lily?
Indeed, I did. I know this tradition well. In fact, I sang a local Liyue ballad to it.
Oh, nice, Yuna. I haven't uploaded yesterday's stream, but yesterday I was just doing like dailies and pulling and Abyss. I didn't do any stories, so I'm glad to hear that you caught up.
Wow, so you really know your stuff too.
No, it is you who I should be thanking. If not for this chance meeting, I never thought that I would be able to contribute to the upcoming farewell for our ancient lord. If you would excuse me, I should return to my work now. Good luck.
And that just about does it. Our preparations for the Rite of Parting
Oh my god, mostly, dude.
Given the ease of picking glaze lilies, I think this was a fitting end to our tasks, in more ways than one.
Thank you, Yuna. Yeah, I'm excited to build her out.
Yeah, Paimon can already imagine him starting a business in Liyue.
I would try to like get to other places like Fontaine, but I want to save my reaction for when the story brings me there, you know? So I'm a purist. It's like Paimon rolls the dice to decide how perceptive she's about to be. Yeah. Paimon's constantly rolling an intelligence check.
I've had enough ventures in my life already. Beginning a new undertaking is always difficult at first, and requires no small amount of effort. And once business is at full steam, the stress of it all only wears away at you over time. So you must be careful to take the time to step back and re-examine yourself. If left unchecked, the wear and tear on your heart may go well past mending.
I gotta tell y'all, that is so true. You gotta take a break. Remember to take your breaks. Zhongli is onto something there.
Wow. See, Zhongli sounds like he's already seen it all. Alright, I think it's about time we head back to Liyue Harbor now.
And Paimon said, ooh, he's so smart. Big man, so smart. Zhongli over here mansplaining us basic self-care. Okay, the story, like, this quest is, like, whenever Zhongli is taking the lead role in the quest, it gets so slow, but it's very, very vital to building out the world, and I'm realizing that. I will be the first person to call out if a quest seems superfluous, but this doesn't feel superfluous. It's just, it's not going to be bombastic. But Mondstadt was quite bombastic. However, the theming of Liyue, it feels appropriate for them to be expanding on the lore with this town because this is the oldest town. This is the slowest moving town in terms of change, you know, and It makes sense. I don't know. It just makes sense.
What happened? The city gate is swarming with Millilith and the Fatui?
This atmosphere is highly abnormal. It seems as though something big has happened.
You could
We should ask around a little, just to be safe.
you can cut the tension with a butter knife. Oh,
I'll catch up.
I ran out of loam. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I have a smoothie ready to go after the stream. I put it all in my blender and I put it in my fridge, so when I'm done with the stream, I'm gonna blend it up. I put soju in it. I put soju in it. Oh, we're at 50 viewers. Slay. Hi, Olive.
Ah, you're the consultant to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Mr. Zhongli, I presume.
Wait, before we continue with this, let's put some people in the Girly Pop Lounge. I'm gonna put we're trying to match Dario today. So why do the Raichus all have hats? I didn't put that in. I don't remember putting that. Ooh, Steph out here with the custom. Okay. Okay, Rai. Hold up. Dang, there's not a lot of people that match. We'll go with some greens.
The Millilith are watching our every move now. These are desperate times. We mustn't act rashly.
Desperate times?
The Adepti of Joyun Karst are finally on the move.
Do they intend to exercise force?
Most likely.
Uh-oh.
I've heard that some members of the
That girl's
Qixing have
coming.
already gone to meet them. Well, I say meet. However, both sides were quite obstinate and hit an impasse.
It seems inevitable, given the current situation.
The Adepti do not acknowledge the Qixing. They only acknowledge the contracts of the Geo Archon.
Surely the Liyue Qixing are not the sort to give in so easily.
Their boneheadedness is known throughout the lands. Yet it's because of that obstinacy
Cloud
that
Retainer's
the
coming.
Adepti are now on the verge of conflict.
I'm really scared right now, Zhongli. I tried to tell you about that girl Cloud Retainer, but she's coming. She was talking about destroying everything. I'm really scared.
And what now? How is it that the Fatui have come under fire?
That's all Ningguang's doing. She proclaimed that in these tumultuous times, the Millilith must rein in the actions of the Fatui. Only now do they want to start keeping tabs on us? That's the Qixing for you. Anyway, Mr. Zhongli, you're one of Childe's close associates. Please understand that your actions will reflect on us. Don't let anyone catch you off guard.
It looks like things are about to boil over in Liyue Harbor.
Paimon, I feel like you don't have a lot of common sense, but you do have a lot of like knowledge about really niche topics. What do you think that we should do in this really, really sticky, militaristic, socio-political situation?
Do you intend to use your neutral identity as an intermediary between both sides? Or will you use your sword to turn the balance?
Zhongli, I was talking to Paimon. I want you to respect that boundary, please.
Neither path is an easy one.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Zhongli, we've heard that the Wangsheng Funeral
Hi,
Parlor is
Liz.
also caught up in all of this. They're currently squaring off with the authorities at the gates.
Hi, Liz. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Everything is okay. Thank you so much. I hope everything's okay with Yuri. Tell your dog I said hi.
Things are taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid I must leave now to handle things back at Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. I hope that Master Hu has been able to keep things under control for the moment. Consider your next course of action carefully, Traveler. If you're trying to prevent an explosion, it may be wisest to look for the fuse first.
Having connections with the Fatui seems to be quite the double-edged sword. So what does Zhongli mean by looking for the fuse?
Paimon, I hate to say it. But it's Childe.
Oh, Paimon gets it. If there's anyone that wants to see the whole city turned upside down, it's definitely him. He must be waiting for the moment when no one is watching to do something really bad. But where could we find him now? Where would he go at a time like this?
Paimon, I don't ask any questions, but I know a gay bar. Every town's got one. It's called the Golden House. Oh, look. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was Childe. Sorry. Oh my god, Childe. Oh my goodness. I'm so silly. Is Noelle a fruit fly? Yeah. No, Noelle's one of the girls. She's the A in LGBTQIA. Yeah. You are not important to the story, Mr. Man. But I hope you give me primos. Quick question, does anyone know if you can get substat? Oh, girl, I'm new to the game. Somebody who knows the game, answer that. Can you mega evolve your little icon? I think there's megas that you can get. But it all depends. Each generation has like a little different thing going on because it's made by different people. Okay. The Golden House. I don't know how I found this place. I just know one night in Liyue, I had a little bit too much, and one thing leads to another, and I found the Golden House. And let's just say, the girls, the gays, and the theys, we know what goes down in the Golden House. Alright, child. I hope he's not a little messed up. The Golden Shadow. This is a battle? Pidgey, you can get shinies from Generation 6 and up, but...
Wow.
Well, hold on.
This is the Golden House?
But the person who made it did not complete the entire Pokédex, so you have to... It's just trial and error.
It looked impressive enough from the outside, but who would have guessed that it was even fancier on the inside? And so full of Mora.
It's really preppy in here.
I swear all of Tibet's Mora is minted, right? In that case, maybe they won't notice if a few Mora go missing.
Paimon, don't touch anything in here. You know Ningguang is watching.
Oh, so it's a trap. Tricky. Good thing Paimon's got you here.
Yeah, girl, I know we argue a lot, but if you didn't know everything about the geography and the social-political climate, we would both be lost, girl.
But even if we can't take any, we can still have a closer look, right?
No.
Or better yet, take a nap on top of a mountain of Mora. It's like a dream come true.
Paimon, I don't know if you can tell because you don't really read the room, but something's really amiss here.
Oh, right. Back to business. It's quiet. Too quiet. Surely someone's gotta be guarding something as important as the Exuvia. Huh? Look! What happened here?
They've been knocked unconscious.
Uh-oh. Paimon smells trouble. Quick! We have to go make sure that the Exuvia is all right.
This place is really cool looking. Like, for real, guys. Like, look at this. Y'all know I'm nerdy. If you're here to watch, like, really good paced story progression, you won't get it here because I gotta talk about things that I think are cool. Here I am in the Golden House. This ominous music leading up to the grave of the dead Archon of Liyue, the god and deity of money and commerce. I am in an arena surrounded by gold and his dead carcass floats before me. Oh, this is artistic direction. Something is amiss here. The roof is pretty? Oh. It is.
You've already fulfilled your task as guides, so why do you still linger here? Haven't you already seen enough trouble for today?
Childe, why are you hiding, girl?
Huh? Who's there?
Paimon, it's Childe. You can't tell by that gay voice?
If you were Fatui, I imagine that you would be entitled to a generous reward from the Tsaritsa herself. But now, you're nothing but dross, and you're in my way.
Looks like it's finally coming to a head then, Childe. We've both never liked each other. We were both only really working with each other because we knew there was something to be gained from a temporary business relationship. So it looks like I've arrived just in time then.
Although I'm deeply grateful to you that I was able to effortlessly find this secret location, don't you think that trying to stop me now would just be wasted effort?
Don't you think trying to stop me would be wasted?
Stopping the more immense, hiding away the exuvia. The Chising are really pulling out all the stops this time.
So you've been planning to take the Gnosis from inside the exuvia all along?
As one of the 11 Fatui Harbingers, it's my duty to see the will of the Tsaritsa fulfilled. She will get that which she desires.
I won't allow you near this, Childe.
I'm not asking for your blessing, and there's nothing you can do to stop me anyway. The time for discussion and diplomacy has already passed. I mean, if it were up to me, I would have skipped that stage to begin with. But I'm willing either way. We now come to my favorite part. A simple pleasure, and one that I am oh so delighted to be sharing with you. The battle.
I've been waiting for this, Childe. I've been waiting for this. You helped me out and you threw me astray by calling me girly at the beginning. I thought you were one of us. But you were just playing me for a fool this whole time, and I caught that. I caught that in the second conversation we had. It's time. No more words.
Battle? So you're the type that goes looking for trouble, huh?
You could say that. When Signora offended the deities outside the cathedral in Mondstadt, she swiftly left the scene once her mission was accomplished. Instead of confronting you directly, she chose to rely on the snow and ice to make her escape. She wouldn't want the knights to come running towards the sound of battle now, would she? When she faces a worthy opponent, she will prioritize her mission, weigh the outcomes, and consider the consequences of her actions. But as for me, the greatest pleasure of being a harbinger lies in crossing blades with strong opponents.
And dying, because that's what's going to happen today, Childe.
We won't let what happened in Mondstadt ever happen again!
Oh, so you intend to fight me? Good. I won't kill you, Traveler. I'll just play along, to feel the thrill of battle.
Okay.
Besides, you could never defeat me, not even in your wildest dreams. But hey, try to relish the fight anyway, because if you ask me, without that, what else is there?
I could never defeat you. Paimon, are you listening? I could never defeat him. That's what he said. Childe, you're delusional.
Fighting talk, I love it. Now let's see you live up to it. This
Let's
chance is
do
hard to
this.
come by, so show me all you've got. So very few ever get the chance to square off with the Fatui Harbinger. So come now, amuse me, and don't you dare disappoint.
Brace yourselves.
Time for takeoff.
So quick to flee.
Don't be scared!
Cowering already?
I'll catch up.
Run all you like.
As a dutiful maid would.
Not bad.
Don't run from...
Not bad.
Don't run.
You've got a trick or two. Good. No wonder Signora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out. Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a harbinger. use hiding back there.
Ooh.
Raging tide.
Here we go.
I'll crush you.
Leave it all to me.
Less finesse on him. Less finesse on him.
Not bad. Your swordsmanship is quite impressive. But that's about as far as you'll get.
What was that, Paimon?
Didn't think you had that card hidden up your sleeve.
You were just playing us to get close to the Exuvia.
Oh, quiet down. Stop acting like some wide-eyed recruit. You've seen this world. You of all people should know. This should have been expected.
Oh no!
Well then, I'll be taking Morax's Gnosis now.
What?
I see. Well, this is most unexpected. You beat me to it, didn't you?
Whoa. Borrow transformation. Borrow transformation.
Not bad. But this is going to cost you!
Paimon. Is she pretending like she fell? Paimon literally pretended like she fell. Now this I'm worried about. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You got to the Gnosis ahead of me, didn't you? Did you simply move faster? Or did you leak the information regarding the Golden House to me on purpose? No matter. Hand the Gnosis over now. Don't make me take it from you.
We didn't take it.
Here we go.
Leave it all to me.
Uglay, you're up. Yahoo! Yeah. Time for takeoff.
As a good night should.
Some you went, and some you
Slay. I liked you better before, child.
Look,
So
Child's
long.
back to normal again.
Well then, time to cool off. It seems the burden of the foul legacy transformation was too great for my body. I lacked the opportunity to think this through.
The foul legacy transformation? The FLT. The FLT.
And now that I consider the matter more carefully, you never had any chance of beating me to the Gnosis. You had no connection to the Gnosis, no matter where it had been taken.
That's what we've been trying to tell you. We didn't take it.
No, so what just happened here is we fought him, and then they added a transformation by having the character think that we tricked him, and then we beat him, and he says, I didn't mean that."
Your show of ability today far surpasses that of Signora's initial assessment of you in Mondstadt. Tell me, how could that be?
Well, child, I didn't tell you this before, but I come from a place that's a lot crazier than where you come from, and even though you think you're so special, I'm gradually restoring my former power.
You already know the answer, don't you? I can see it in your eyes. But if that is a secret you wish to keep, I guess I'll just have to curb my curiosity. This battle has already left me satisfied. Anyone who strives as I do to grow stronger shall be called a friend. Even if our friendship can only be shown in battle against one another.
Okay, like, I actually legitimately don't like Child's character because sometimes he's really, really annoying, but they don't follow it up with any sort of foundation to like make him likable. He's just either annoying. Sometimes he's read as like kind of like one of the girls, like kind of feminine, and now he's like this sort of battle-hardened warrior that just lives for the thrill of battle. He's like three different characters. I don't like his character.
Pretty sure that's not the normal way to make friends.
Unfortunately, I must bring this amiable conversation to an end. My quest still beckons. Given that the Gnosis wasn't taken by anyone, then we must...
There's a
look once
fourth
again
one
to the
coming?
beginning.
Oh.
Perhaps it was never in the Exuvia to begin with.
Okay, maybe there's more context in his story, yeah.
In fact, it might be that the Exuvia was just a diversion of sorts.
What? So you mean that...
The corpse was fake?
Yes, it appears so. Interesting to say the least. It seems that the guardian deity of the capital of commerce is also well versed in little maneuvers beyond the boundaries of contracts. As such, we must now look to our backup plan.
Backup plan?
I had hoped it would never come to this, for the weak will be swept away in the process. The truth is, the world belongs to those who pursue strength. I seldom willingly involve myself with the weak. Unfortunately, we cannot be picky about our methods as Fatui harbingers. Children...
So what are you planning to do?
I will awaken the god that lies dormant beneath Guyan's stone forest.
What?
A god?
Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who was defeated by Morax, the Geo-Archon in the Archon War, and who has remained pinned beneath the waves by the Geo-Archon's stone spears ever since. If such an ancient god were to be unleashed upon Liyue Harbor, defenseless without the protection of its deity, do you think the cunning Rex Lapis would just stand aloof and watch the ensuing destruction?
But the Archon War ended 2,000 years ago. How can an ancient god appear in a world now overseen by the Seven?
Simple. I've already prepared the means to awaken it.
Oh my god.
Hey, those are sigils of permission. Oh, Paimon remembers now. The Fatui have been researching them.
You're the one who's been trying to duplicate them.
Indeed. The one that was given to you was just a byproduct of our research. With the power of so many sigils of permission concentrated in one place, along with that which was bestowed upon me as a harbinger by our Tsaritsa, breaking the subduing might of the Geo-Archon spears for a time should be no obstacle. Using the powers of ancient gods in such a situation fails to interest me, and is largely against my principles. But knowing that such an action will not only force the Geo-Archon to show its hand, but you as well, that makes matters a little more intriguing.
The way... This is wild.
Let's see. Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more? If you wish to drown together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
Girl, we gotta go.
Huh? He's already gone. That guy is fast. What's going on?
What? I didn't expect like a hydro moment. That's surprising to me.
Paimon's happened to see the Jade Chamber flying over just as we came out of the Golden House, we really wouldn't have known which way to go.
The way Paimon explains the obvious.
Do we make it in time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea?
What are you doing here?
Zhao!
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
Paimon, there are 10 people here who are all prepared to do this, and you're like trying to ask everybody the most unnecessary questions.
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is not necessarily.
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wildest thoughts.
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now.
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, Ningguang, let's go. A gag order issued. What? Man, the ballistas girls.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong ballista!
Ooh. Kashing's about to go in. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool.
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong ballista.
Where are they at?
Let the Fatui disturb their work.
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you, one wishes to witness.
I'm locked in. This is cool. Let's destroy them.
By royal, stay put!
Let's move.
This is cool.
Midnight, fantastic!
Don't be scared!
Can't fly, guy. Well, went too far.
is Osial's divine power.
Ooh.
Be careful not to get hit.
Oh. Okay.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How dare you? Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
So the Fatui are like straight up bad guys.
Brace yourselves. Yeah. Yugway! The ancient god's attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is Death Soul energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julian Cars! Wow! It's Madame Ping's chakra! This granny's really strong!
Thank you, Madam Ping. I'm trying not to flop here.
I must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should. Let's play!
Miscalculated.
Time for takeoff. Wings of darkness. Go get it, Liyue!
Those healers will get you.
I guard you against evil.
The Fatui healers will really mess you up.
And fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight.
I want Ganyu. How do I pull Ganyu?
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
Ooh.
We're going too fast.
Child, you are
She's
strong,
limited?
body,
Oh.
spirit. Perhaps you can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
Think you can get away?
Leave it up to me. Midnight Phantasmagoria! Don't be scared! As a dutiful maid would. Let me use myself.
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached.
Ganyu's been out for 3 years? Really?
If we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
Wings of darkness, come! Yugway, you're up!
I miscalculated. This isn't
There you are. Think you can get away? Brace yourself. By royal stay put. Ready, go! Midnight Phantasmagoria. Yeah, don't be scared. Steady as stone. Time to clean
The
up.
east one's about to break.
The Fatui's numbers are thinning.
Fight on, comrades! Once we finish this lot off, the Adepti will be able to deal with the god in peace.
I don't want the running across is really hard.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
Ooh.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Ningguang is just back there slaying. Uh-oh. The Millilith kind of suck. Ooh. See, you see how Paimon was able to fly, but last time she couldn't?
Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
The third gag order.
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Ooh. That's the final gag order. That was the final gag order. Gagged. Gagged the god. Gagged the god. It meant a lot to her, Pixie. It's almost like it's the ultimate investment for her as a businesswoman is to invest everything that she has worked for to secure the city she cares about and benefits from.
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed begun to fade. The effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future of Liyue Harbor would surely have been in great jeopardy.
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the reason for which we came.
Cloud Retainer. We are seconds away from defeating a god that was buried under the earth, and Cloud Retainer said, "Shut your mouth, girl."
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited income in preparation for building the Jade Chamber.
I want Ningguang to be my accountant. I want to know how to do money like her, because I want to live like her.
At first, it was only the size of a small room. But with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies before you now. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the backbone of the Liyue Qixing. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Liyue means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition, don't you agree?
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as some leverage in our negotiations. Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us. We cannot yield to your wishes.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years ago. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as stone, just as it was thousands of years before. But that does not mean that the Liyue of today is the same city as it was all those years ago. Do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that
Bye,
dwell
Harley.
within it.
Thank you for hanging out, Harley. Enjoy your rest.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new light.
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a lineage.
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing, though mortal, are equally bound to the contract. Each passing generation of the Qixing leaves many things of value to be inherited by the next generation. I also thought to tell him how the past generations of Qixing had strove under his rule to survive in our mortal world, establishing a network of contracts which has since come to be known as trade. But I dared not speak. I could only gaze at him in silence until the moment I awoke.
Oh, Ningguang.
I mean...
Yet another perspective. What are you trying to say, Outlander?
Cloud Retainer. When there is discord between the Guardians and those who are meant to defend, maybe you guys should get to the root of the issue. As an outsider, as an objective viewer, as someone who has no stake in this land, I can't help but feel as though you are causing much of the discord here. Harmony becomes very difficult to restore under these circumstances.
Right! That's something that happened in Mondstadt. It's a story about the Four Winds and the people of the Animal Archon.
I worked so hard, and then Paimon said, I can do this.
The Animal Archon sought to quell the strife between the two sides, because he believed that such conflict would only scar the hearts of both, and that nothing good would come of it.
Beef, udon, egg rolls, and that sounds so good.
Each of the 7 nations has its own scars from the past.
Though your point is the very height of simplicity. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock, to be chastised thus by an outlander who has lent us such succor.
All right, all right. Didn't Ningguang suggest that we should focus on the city and each of its citizens? I know I already have, so why not see for yourselves?
Madam Ping is the only person here who isn't rude, ruthless, or sneaky. The Guardians, the humans, everybody here is so self-absorbed and mean. It's...
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks to the Adepti. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might be. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this day.
It's a sweet sentiment, but like he literally just walked up.
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
You, Chang, and Paimon would get along together really well.
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was quite the predicament.
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was there.
And the Millilith ran away.
When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads of things that make the harbor so pretty.
Chang is a mulch maxer. She's a sister of the loam.
Liyue Harbor. Please come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Aw.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every little niggling matter.
Oh.
Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed. Now is the time of contracts between Liyue and its people.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit.
I get the theming though, because it's hard for them to move on, you know.
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition to Liyue Harbor.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
They've listened to what the people said.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons. Yes, one understands what the conqueror of demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond recognition. Fair enough. Away we shall, and return whence we came.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that is still a thing to be guarded against.
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of Liyue.
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh?
They were quite reasonable in the end. I mean, I get where they're coming from, but also, like, you can't, you know, it's been 3,700 years.
Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Childe wanted to unleash the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that, don't we still need to get to the bottom of that Archon's death too?
I was wondering about that, yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Hyman doesn't get it. But isn't the strongest lead we have the Adepti-less Rite of Parting that we're organizing? No idea where Zhongli's going.
It seems like we're about to resolve... It seems like we're about to resolve this, like, perfectly in time. Like, for the end of stream.
Is there anything I can do for you two? I'm afraid that Wangsheng Funeral Parlor isn't in the best state to receive guests.
We've come to see Zhongli. Could you please tell us more here?
I hope Inazuma has Dendro stuff that I can farm.
Isn't here at the moment. It seems he went to Northland Bank.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble. We had better go and make sure.
I fear it does not slay. Well, I have Yao Yao, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll be fine. But yeah, I'm excited to go to Inazuma. I've spent a long time in Liyue, but now that all of Liyue is like done off stream, I will be working on it. And funny thing is, I'm like 1 tier away from finishing out Mondstadt's weekly quest, so it's all working out.
Let's play.
Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna do story quests. I think I'm gonna just do that kind of stuff off stream, and like a main story is what I'll focus on for here. Like I do a lot of side quests and stuff off stream. I did not mean to talk to you, dude. You think I'll get Furina today? I think I have like one pull today. Who knows?
You call this cooperation between harbingers?
Whoa.
Cooperation involves communication, you know.
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities?
She's so pretty.
And bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that. Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Does she have... I wonder if one day they'll make her playable. She has like those snakes and stuff, that like that sort of medicine symbol.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Childe. And
She won't be.
you.
Well, don't spoil it.
One of the harbingers?
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name. Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
I could take it back, girl.
No, don't let her get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
I seriously disagree with that, Paimon.
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the harbingers are here.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui harbinger.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Zhongli?
So actually, I think...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here. You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind.
Agreement?
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
Oh my god.
How sanctimonious.
Wait. Zhongli's Rex... I don't... What? So I guess he had the Gnosis the whole time because he's Rex Lapis? Interesting.
What? So you're the Lord of Chio? No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Why did you feign your death?
Yeah, you don't think you went a little bit too far with that whole fake death thing? Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Brian, I mean, if they're going to be giving me hours of story quests, I will be part of the scene.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see, am I right?
Wait, what?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Yes.
You know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue, together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come, until one drizzly day. As I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself, have I already finished my duties?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer, so I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Qixing to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
So, with all that being said, are you satisfied with the finale? This was a lot, dude. A god came out of the waters, man.
Indeed I was. The gnosis, which I had kept for so many years, suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning.
Oh, the symbolism. Because the gnosis feels like the heart, you know, the heart of the Archon. He's lost his heart because his city's moving on to the next age.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course. And it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the resolution to all that has transpired was even more satisfactory than I could have hoped for.
It's really crazy that this game doesn't have persistent gods over cities. Like, they can just leave, they can feign their death.
Take the Adepti,
you know?
for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Qixing, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the emissary dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler.
I'm just now realizing that Zhongli had us going around talking about traditions that nobody in the town even really knew or cared about anymore. Oh, it's all coming together.
All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Qixing. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
Vike, that's a good thing to point out, because money has this way of like controlling people, of having power over people, because it's this crazy strong enigma. It's your access to survival. But Zhongli, his domain is gold. So it has no power over him. So that's why he's always broke.
That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't
Okay,
anyone think
skip.
the least...
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and
Put him in
taking
his place,
cities
Signora.
down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
You're really embarrassing, child.
Hey, haven't you learned the Liyue saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
So like nobody even cares about the funeral because nobody does that anymore, you know?
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Yeah, we're gonna pull at the end. I don't know how much I'll do, but
Do as
we'll pull
you
at the end.
wish.
After this cutscene, basically. Hey girl, okay.
Now then,
I still don't trust you.
is there anything else you wish to ask me?
What could possibly be worth this trade, dude?
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Huh?
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it. My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts. As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales, uncover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
At the end of the day, Zhongli, I like that, I know I'm rambling, but I like this kind of stuff, so I'm not gonna stop. I like that Zhongli is like this, he's this broke guy because he doesn't care about gold, he cares about transactions, he cares about business. And the rush that he gets is beyond money at this point. He's doing trades that we can't even fathom the benefits and gravity of. You know, he has something beyond material wealth to be gained. I like that. So he's all about crypto. Yes.
Today's the day of the Rite of Parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
I'm not going to jump in here. I've learned my lesson. JK. Oh my goodness! Look, the way that the plot is fully coming circle. This is the first time I've jumped in this pond for the Lotus Heads and I haven't died.
I'll catch up.
Well, since we're going through with this Rite of Parting...
So Rex Lapis is really...
Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? There's only one real possibility in my mind.
Fatui?
I'm okay with them blaming Childe. Yeah. It's Childe's fault.
You know that god from the ocean couldn't have just shown up out of nowhere. I mean...
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels...
Say, do you think the person who assassinated...
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. I mean, it all fits together. Still, what sort of supernatural prowess...
forget it. Hear ye all, the Qixing's words. Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now,
Is this my Roman
let
Empire?
the truth be revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue
to grieve not, and to let not their hearts be saddened. Nor are they to believe street-born rumors, or indulge in baseless speculation.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said stop gossiping he wasn't murdered.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
Paimon, one thing about you is you're really dumb, but you got really good intuition. I think you're on the right track, girl.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the Rite of Parting has been going on for a while now. Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous. But blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long,
Oh, no.
dream of our Archon walking among us.
Now that we have awoken from our dream, we must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan. Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Huh? Is she looking this way?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really is looking our way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
And
The
skinny.
Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, our eyes see far and our reach is long. Name your price. You deserve that much.
I actually need a lot of Mora Girl. I spent a lot of it on actually upgrading you.
Whoa.
Hi, Yinger.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Not them making her a speaking character. Okay. I just had an out-of-body experience. I don't know what that was.
Perhaps, but
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it. But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Yinger.
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
We are not doing that.
As for the mortal...
Talk to Keqing too.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making it a...
Why, you... If you were looking for someone...
I know, right, dear?
Hey, Zhongli! Look at this. Everyone thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Me leaving a toxic workplace.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Liyue kiosk.
Is it going to be an appetizer again?
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Liyue kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
And Paimon knows her restaurants. I believe her.
You're right. I do lack the Mora.
But why would Morax lack Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Infinite money glitch. Come on now.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to.
Right on the money. Again, Paimon. You're so interesting, girl.
But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more Mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to say that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that. I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
It was a journey.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the Seven.
I've been wanting to do that for 20 minutes.
I fear that continuing the journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
So who rules Inazuma?
The Electro-Archon Ball.
Ooh.
And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in...
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Uh-oh.
Raiden?
We're going to Inazuma with Yaimiko and Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the Shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
Ooh, for real, Pickles? I didn't know about that. Okay. See, I like that kind of stuff. Okay.
Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
It's because of visions.
Oh, we're finally learning about visions? Okay.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power. But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor.
Okay, so I did notice, like, Ball is obviously a demon name, but I was like, okay, maybe I'm reading too much into it. Okay, I got you.
This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
That's how people in Teyvat see it.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
Paimon is the... Oh. Okay.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Okay, so what I'm understanding and basically what I'm getting is like if there's 7 gods and I'm like able to wield so many different elements, then I feel like I'm like the ultimate god. So if Paimon's the closest to Lucifer, then what does that mean for me?
That's harsh.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
I see.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the 7, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity. Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Do you got any Mora?
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the Mora in Teyvat? Since Morax is dead, are they all just gonna disappear? Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
I've done Dragon Spine already. Off stream, hi Jess. Off stream, I'm going to off stream I always explore, so I did Dragon Spine already.
Yes.
That
This is
Snow
indeed
Mountain,
a
I've done
major
that.
issue from a financial standpoint. Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue to debate.
Zhongli said I don't work there anymore.
Did you at least set some private funds aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. It's
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time. All right then. Was there any... Well then. I suppose you'll have to find a way to get inside this closed nation. Have patience.
Okay, well, I'm not doing any more quests. I'm quested out. We've done a movie's worth of quests today. We're gonna pull. So everyone join me if you want to... Well, first, let me make sure I have stuff to pull. We did it! We beat Liyue! Liyue is pretty cool. I'm excited to see what's next. But... I need to get all my yummies.
Whenever you need me,
Okay,
I'll be there.
I think I have enough. It's not going to be a lot of pulls today, but we will be pulling today. Every pull counts, yeah, okay. So I'm accepting now. Sorry, everyone. Pixie, Jess. Pixie, Jess, and Maddie. All right. Let's stand next to Zhongli, because he's a 5-star, isn't he? We'll do our picture. I'll love the interlude chapter. Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is I have a lot to explore here. Like, I'm at 20% here, but I've gotten pretty high up in this area, and I still have to, like, discover Dragon Spine. So I'll be, like, doing story, but I will go back and, like, you know, work on that stuff. Okay, everybody. Let's start pulling. Not many today, but they always count. They always count. 2.
tired. Would you like some tea?
Oh, I don't have enough. Okay, let's pull, let's pull, let's pull.
1 cube or 2.
Wish me luck, everyone. There's so many things to get. I'm sorry. Okay. Check your mail, too. I got money. I need that, though. Okay.
Let my name echo in song. Time to shine. Let my name echo in song. Strike a pose.
We got 3 pulls today. Come on.
All of it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Exactly is it. I didn't quite catch your request.
It always looks like it's going to turn gold, doesn't it? Yeah, I'll do that stuff off stream. I really got to go. Oh, it always looks like it's going to turn gold, but it's fine. I always save my pulls for stream so you guys won't miss it. Yeah. That's it today, guys. It's okay. We are one step closer to Mademoiselle Crabaletta. Everyone jump off of here and then I'm going to log off.
I am a disgrace to the knights.
Nice. Pity check? Okay. Let me get to single player mode. Thank you guys for the luck. We'll get it next time. We're very close now. Okay, so history. So +3, remember +3. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. And then it stops. Wrong banner. Oh. Okay, let's do it again. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 55, 58, 58.
I created another universe and found it.
So I have to mute this. We're close. Yeah, we're getting close. I'm not worried. I feel like I'm going to get her. But still, that was fun. I'm so glad to get through Liyue. So next we'll be working on Inazuma stuff. I'll keep mainline like Archon stuff for stream, but we're not always going to do like Archon quests cuz like yesterday I got caught up doing a bunch of side stuff, but you know, y'all know what it is. Don't donate today. Don't, because I'm not pulling anymore. I really have to go. Thank you though. Don't. Okay. So any closing statements? I don't know. No. Thank you guys so much. It's always fun doing these. Sorry, Darius. So next week we are going to get back to normal scheduled programming. Pickled. I'm going to do Pokemon next Tuesday. Then Wednesday we're going back to Neo. Thursday is going to be Pokemon again, and then Friday, Saturday is going to be Genshin. I might have a change in schedule where I have to move to Sunday, Monday for Genshin and take Friday, Saturday off, but I'll let you guys know when I figure out. But yeah, hope to see you guys around and see you on your For You page on TikTok. Thank you guys so much. It's always fun doing these streams, and I'm very, very, very gracious for being able to do this. It's fun for me. If it's fun for you, it's fun for me. So I think that's it. I'm gonna take this makeup off and have that smoothie I was talking about. Bye. Yeah.